Most founders walk into a pitch asking for $30,000 or $50,000 to get their business off the ground. But occasionally, someone walks in and asks for a multi-million-dollar valuation. When you anchor a room with an 8-figure valuation, you are effectively setting the price for your own shares. The higher that price stays, the less of your company you have to surrender to get the cash you need. It is a powerful way to maintain control, provided your numbers can survive the pressure test. Take Over Easy Chicken Coop. They walked into the room asking for a $100 million valuation. Without the leverage to back that number up, they were laughed out of the room with no deal. To understand why that happens and how to avoid it, we have to look at mathematical leverage. Specifically, we need to analyze the relationship between your valuation and your proof of concept. This quadrant chart maps proof against valuation. High valuation with low proof lands you in the top left delusion zone, guaranteeing rejection. Conversely, the top historic million-dollar deals sit in the top right. Their undeniable proof puts them in the leverage zone. A 7-figure investment on television reflects a business that has been mathematically de-risked. By the time a founder reaches this level of ask, the negotiation has shifted from selling potential to calculating a specific return. Let's look at a deal that seemed to have that leverage, Breathometer. The founder asked for $250,000 and ended up securing a total of $1 million for a 30% stake from a historic syndicate of all 5 investors. He built his initial leverage by generating immense fear of missing out. The company had crowdsourced over $138,000 in pre-orders through Indiegogo. They fueled early traction by handing out beta units and pitching to massive crowds at South by Southwest, creating a loud consumer echo chamber. The core claim driving this valuation was a first-to-market smartphone breathalyzer that was small enough to fit on a standard keychain. It was a lightweight consumer tech gadget trying to replace serious, highly regulated professional hardware used to measure blood alcohol content accurately. Inside the pitch room, that hype worked flawlessly. It triggered a bidding war that closed the deal at a $3.3 million valuation. But the post-deal reality caught up with them. The product was deeply flawed. It frequently underreported blood alcohol levels, failing to deliver on those early marketing claims. Without rigorous execution backing the hype, the Federal Trade Commission stepped in, forcing the company to shut down the app and offer full refunds. Pitching pure hype will get you a check quickly. But if your underlying unit economics and product validation aren't real, regulatory and market realities will crush your company. If hype is a trap, what actually works? The second lever that justifies an 8-figure valuation is undeniable: concentrated cash flow. This comparison matrix, our valuation engine, lets us evaluate the top-tier deals. We'll start with 1031 Productions. The founder walked in asking for $2 million in exchange for 10% equity, relying entirely on the cash flow lever. She brought raw, undeniable data to the room: $1.8 million in revenue and $600,000 in profit. What made that cash flow exceptionally powerful was its velocity. That revenue was generated in just 17 days through their live LA Haunted Hayride event. That hyper-condensed cash yield mathematically lowered the perceived risk. The investors didn't have to guess if the market wanted this. The cash was already in the bank. Mark Cuban took the bait. He closed the deal, valuing the experiential entertainment company at $10 million. Following the deal, the company expanded to New York, launched horror campouts, and secured a major partnership with Live Nation before eventually being acquired. There is a clear trade-off here. The founder surrendered a massive 20% block of equity and lost significant control. In exchange, she gained an enterprise partner who accelerated the company toward a highly lucrative acquisition. The final and arguably most powerful leverage point for commanding a record-breaking valuation is proprietary intellectual property. Looking back at our valuation engine, we can map the biggest deal in the show's history, Zips Wine. The ask was $2.5 million for 10% equity, and the core lever was proprietary IP. Their specific defense was a patented, single-serve, UV-resistant plastic wine glass. This specific design extended the shelf life of the wine inside to a full year. The founder also brought secondary financial leverage, $8.5 million in prior investments that validated the packaging design before he even stepped on the carpet. Investors looked past the consumer wine brand to the B2B packaging licensing patent underneath. The real value lived in the packaging tech, not the liquid inside the glass. The historic close was $2.5 million for 10%, with an option for another 10%, setting a $25 million valuation. Maintaining that valuation required a harsh pivot. By 2016, Zips was forced to abandon retail winemaking entirely. Achieving astronomical numbers often requires pivoting your business model completely. You may have to sacrifice your original direct-to-consumer vision just to survive as a B2B licensor. When we look at these outcomes, the contrast is sharp. Remember Project Polo's $50 million ask? They walked away with nothing. Structurally, an unbacked high valuation acts like a heavy weight on a weak foundation. When investors apply pressure, the logic collapses, resulting in immediate rejection. For an active founder, a high valuation is strictly the reward for taking the risk out of the business for the investor. Pitching pure hype without a structural moat or real verifiable metrics is a guaranteed way to lose the deal. Investors do not pay a premium for potential. They pay for proven traction and mathematically sound defensive moats. None of these historic 8-figure deals happened because investors were feeling generous or got lucky. High-value checks follow pitch decks that use data to justify the ask. When the math validates the valuation, the investment becomes a logical next step. Every investor runs through a specific checklist when evaluating a massive valuation. Do you have proprietary IP, provable cash flow, unfair customer acquisition? Your pitch must answer these questions definitively. Building a high-leverage pitch requires a rigorous focus on these same metrics. The VC Pitch Kit provides the framework to document cash flow and IP, positioning your company for a valuation investors can actually sign off on.